Tonight, we uncover Brown Mokgotsi's truth, the man who broke his silence and exposed the 1 million secret tying Fikile Mbalula, Wandile Bozwana, and Vusi Khekhe together. For years, whispers have surrounded the assassination of businessman Wandile Bozwana, the rise of Pretoria's underworld figure Vusi Khekhe Mathibela, and the political circles of Fikile Mbalula. But when former insider Brown Mokgotsi sat down for his SABC interview, everything changed. In just a few minutes, he turned political rumor into a storm of truth. Brown Mokgotsi isn't a household name, but behind closed doors, he's been part of deals, meetings, and political exchanges that shaped modern South Africa's corridors of power. Once connected to influential business people and politicians, Brown has now become the voice of the silenced, the man who claims to have seen everything. In his SABC interview, Brown didn't flinch. His tone was calm, almost too calm, as he began to talk about the 1 million debt that could have changed everything. Stay tuned and listen to the man who knows everything.
I've seen those communications and the utterances of the Secretary General. But let me confirm something to you. I'm a member of the ANC in good standing. I have also, attempted to send you some proof that my membership only expires at the end of October. But it is not the Secretary General who has the power to do that. My branch, which I have communicated with, and they are aware that my membership only expires at the end of October. I'm from Mafikeng, a street away from my house. The first Secretary General of the ANC in 1912 is living. His house is there. It is not the first time I know of a Secretary General by Fikile Mbalula. And this is the African National Congress, not Mbalula National Congress. The leaders of this organization are produced by the ANC, not vice versa. Whether Chief Lituli or Tambo, including Fikile Mbalula himself, they are the product of this organization. And in the case where Fikile is talking about sourcing money and stuff like that, the January 8th function, everyone is allowed to attend. And the ANC itself cannot transport all the people. And if there is a particular businessman who's ready to assist, like the list that appeared on TV, you can see those people come from Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Free State, Eastern Cape. We're just trying to bring a small combat to the function. It's not about being lobbied. And on the same breath, on the January 8th that we are not talking about, the national officials of the ANC, they came with one boat from Cape Town to Robben Island. It's only Fikile Mbalula alone who came with a lavish boat owned by a foreign national company. Do we have to question him? Did he declare that? What should we say if such a thing has happened? I'm trying to prove a point that with a January 8th celebration, you will get donations, you will be assisted by different people. It doesn't necessarily say when you assist then you are a criminal cartel. In all those messages that are appearing, there is no way they say, I've mentioned Minister Senzon that you must give me money. The rest of the money went to the traveling and accommodation of those people. Senzon has a house, has a state house in Cape Town. He did not even attend the gallery, he did not even attend the January 8th. He did not use his name. And talking of being implicated, the way Fikile is doing it, like all the utterances he made, let me give you one. He traveled with Vusi Khekhe abroad. Vusi Khekhe has been convicted and sentenced for the killing of Wandile Bozwana. It was also shown that he was with Vusi Khekhe 2-3 days before Wandile Bozwana was murdered. I know Bozwana's family. With our interaction, they showed me some proof that actually Bozwana gave Fikile Mbalula 1 million rand and he promised to pay it back. Today the money is not paid. I'm saying, in as much as he was with Vusi Khekhe, currently Vusi Khekhe has been sentenced. Do we have to label him? Do we have to tell him you can't be a member of the ANC? You are traveling with someone who's been convicted and sentenced? That's what I'm saying. That the same applies to his wife in Free State. She was involved in a housing scandal, where Fikile is a direct beneficiary because he's a husband. Do we have to say, no, you can't be a Secretary General because now your wife is implicated? He's using the name Brown Mokgotsi to actually attack his target. And that target is Senzongqunu. This whole thing that led to Madlanga Commission, the target is Senzongqunu. You need to check something very important here. Everyone, whether working or employed, for you to employ to produce a curriculum of time. Nobody writes on his CV that I'm a thief. So meeting with Ket Matlara, if ever he has done something wrong elsewhere, he didn't tell me. Every businessman will never tell you that I'm a thief or whatever. The thing is, you are discussing what you are discussing at that moment. Take us back to the right platform which is coming now. He's a businessman, I'm a businessman, but remember the commission is coming, where I'll be able to actually go deeper about my involvement. You know, I'm not a well-off businessman, but the amount mentioned there is 150,000. Surely that one I cannot exploit that amount of money. Cat was assisting, not necessarily delegates, comrades who were attending the general eat. There's a message where I asked him to give somebody a Cape 10,000, he didn't give it. Or another one was about 12,000. It's not to solicit, it's not to extort that amount of money. If there was a message which says, Cat gave me 5 million and the next thing he was appointed. And why I'm saying Senzongqunu has been targeted, check. Cat was appointed for 360 million rand by the previous former minister, by the previous administration. But with a review of the same tender, Senzongqunu terminated this contract. So how does we and Cat become one thing, whereas he loses 360 million tender? You see the Audi R1 program ensures the right of an individual to give a side of the story. But significantly, what I like to raise with you, I thought General Kumalo or General Mkonazi or General Masemula, they will provide the commission with a proof of Section 205, which allows them to have access to cell phones. If not, then how are they going to prove that these things belong to us? How are we going to prove that this message is my message? Once, you know, let me give an example about the ad hoc committee. I'm on the list of the ad hoc committee. I don't know if you are aware that the ad hoc committee is not empowered to extract facts. It's not even empowered to protect sources or informant or me. Therefore, such things can only be done in the commission. Coming here and talk about any operation, whether it's under or is, and that's what's going to prove now that those messages are implanted. Some messages are implanted. I don't know the name. I never even met Cat at Tembis. I've never been to Tembis Hospital before. I know nothing about Tembis. And if there are allegations linking me and Mommy and Cat, then it means all those messages have been manufactured elsewhere. I don't follow tenders. I don't do 10,000 tenders.
You don't follow tenders?
The last time my foundation got involved was with the Department of Health. Mokgotsi Foundation, we interdicted the process. They had to re-advertise. We requested through POPIA to have access to the records and all those things. Ultimately, the foundation got a court order against the department and the service provider. It dragged, they went to Supreme Court of Appeal. It included so much money that the foundation decided, no, let's not proceed with this. I know nothing about that. You know, I can confirm something very important. When I spoke to the minister, Senzongqunu, being a Mahican boy, things that I was more critical and, you know, trying to pursue was that the TTA here, which used to be the provincial headquarters of Bozwana, should be brought back here. I even asked him if possible he should talk to the Minister of Defense that the headquarters of the army should also come back to Mahike. You know, that's the only way you could revive the economy. Potchefstroom has the defense intelligence of the country. All the artillery is based in Potchefstroom. The revenue there is so huge. So there are so many things I could have spoken to Senzo Mpunga about, not the political killing testing.
Whether you believe Brown Mokgotsi or not, one thing is clear. South Africa's story of power, politics, and bloodshed is far from over. Because in this country, the truth doesn't die. It just waits for the next man brave enough to speak. Do you believe Brown Mokgotsi is telling the truth or protecting someone even more powerful? What do you think really happened to the 1 million that Fikile Mbalula allegedly owed Wandile Bozwana? Was Bozwana's death about money? Or was it about silencing secrets that reached into government? Is Vusi Khekhe Mathibela the fall guy, or the missing link in a much bigger conspiracy? If these political ties are true, who should be held accountable now? Why do so many witnesses in high-profile cases like this end up dead or silent? Coincidence or cover-up? Should the SABC release the full uncut interview with Brown Mokgotsi? What might they be hiding? If this story hit home, help us hit harder. Subscribe to Skybridge for more investigations that demand answers. Drop a comment, tap super thanks to fuel the next expose. Want to go deeper? Join the channel for just 14 rands per month. Cancel anytime. Your support powers the journalism others won't touch. This isn't just content, it's a call to action. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload. Bye.